Welcome to Unofficial Commentary by the Unqualified. I am Adam. So, not about the big story from the last few days with Governor North of Virginia. That story's pretty cut and dry. Not really too much more to add to it. The guy should just resign and be done with it. We're going to talk about a story that got a little bit less traction, probably because of this whole Ralph Northam thing. Representative from New York 1, Lee Zeldin, and the obvious double standard that exists between private sector employees and people who are elected to lead. So let me approach what happened here. So right now, it's the new session of the House, and they are reassigning everyone to committees because of how much things got blown apart in the last midterm. They got to reassign everyone to new committees. So, good old Lee over here was he was on the Armed Service Committee. He stays on because he got reelected, unfortunately. And one of the people that they let me pull up the tweet real quick because I have it saved because it's so awful. But he was on armed services. Now they put new people on armed services, so he is not happy about one of the people. Basically, when you get put back on it, it's like, we're naming these people to it, and it's like, okay, he's back on it. So he tweets out, was just selected as a ranking member of the at-House Foreign Subcommittee on Oversight and Investigations. Just learned that freshman Representative Ilhan Omar was also put on the committee with oversight of U.S. foreign policy. Crazy to watch what House Dems are empowering and elevating. Now, this is what I've seen called dog whistle racism. And you know what a dog whistle is. It's a thing that you blow into it and it makes a noise high enough pitch that only a dog can hear it. The dog, and some people, I guess, could hear it too, but, the dogs hear it, dogs react, and dogs go nuts. And they overreact to what is essentially a small noise. So what he's doing here is this Representative Omar, is I believe she's a daughter of refugees from Somalia. Daughter of Somali refugees. So he's insinuating that because she's Muslim, she shouldn't be on the Armed Services Committee. Now, he didn't say that outright because that would be racist. And as much as he may be an idiot from Long Island, he's not that stupid to outright say, why are they putting a Muslim over here? He's saying that. Because then what that does is when he hits all of his Twitter followers that he said that, they all are going to make the inference of that to put two and two together, get six like a bunch of idiots, and then get outraged on his behalf. And that's what this is he does this. Now, this is now going to be his coworker going forward. Herein lies my next thing, okay? I'm a retail supervisor, okay? I work closing shifts, and every once in a while we gotta get a new person in. We haven't had one in a few months, but we get new people in at my position. Now, say we hired someone, I'm white, say we hired someone of a different race. Mr. Zeldin is also white. Say we hired someone of a different race. Would it go untalked about and unpunished, and would I still have a job if I said, wow, why are they promoting someone of a different ethnicity? Or if I made a comment about someone's ethnicity to be put into the position? That would not go unpunished. I would be terminated. That would be the end of my job. There would be no question. There'd be no second chance. There'd be no chance for me to go and then claim that the other person's being anti-Semitic for calling me out on it, which he did, like a coward. You made an unprovoked attack on her. She did nothing to you, okay? She got named to a prestigious position in the U.S. government. You called her out for her race on Twitter to however many thousand followers you have. And yet, you're calling her out. Then when she says, maybe you shouldn't do that, that's racist, he's like, well, you're just saying that because you're anti-Semitic. No, That's not what it is. It's not anti-Semitism. She's calling you out for being a dick. Okay? Don't be a dick. That's the moral of the story. And the thing is, there's all manner of things that happen in the sphere of politics that just come out. And if that happened to anyone who worked in the private sector, there wouldn't be the opportunity to get it. People who can get paid pennies and get paid shit to do shit jobs don't have to have higher levels of scrutiny to what they're doing all the time than what representatives of government are doing that are representing the United States both domestically and abroad. That's horrifying and disgusting on every level. And we should ask for the same level of accountability to these people. Forget, Stephen King's comments, if he worked, even if he was a manager of a store, if he owned his own place, he wouldn't be in business anymore. He'd be fired, no one would go there. That's the problem, is that no one's holding people to the same level of accountability that anyone else would be held to. Okay? Even a football player, if they made a comment like this, or God forbid, they knelt during the national anthem, they'd be blacklisted by the league, and they would never play another game again. So if we're going to sit here and we're going to have to put up with this from them, and if the choice comes down to having to see someone kneel on the sideline in protest of police brutality, or have my representative from my district go on Twitter and attack someone for their race, and then have everyone be okay with it because at least he wasn't in blackface, fuck that. That's not right. It's not fair. And we will end there for today. This is a short episode, but really, how much more can I yell about the same topic? The point is, we should be demanding the same level of accountability from our representatives that we do from anyone else that we deal with on a daily basis. And we will wrap it up there for today. Have a good week.